But if she reminds him, he'll have to come get his stuff, and she'll have to see him again. She's not ready for that yet. Not in person, anyway. She did check out his online profile thoroughly. The photos all appear to be recent ones. The last time she saw him, he was gaunt, and his olive skin seemed to have taken on a sickly pallor. These snapshots showed, well, not the old Ben, the one she fell in love with. It's true that he's looking like his broad-shouldered, muscular old self, and his complexion has a familiar, healthy-looking glow, as if he just came back from a week at the beach. But the Ben in these recent photos has a sprinkling of salt and pepper at his temples that was never there before, and a faint network of wrinkles around his eyes and mouth. Laugh lines? Has new Ben been laughing again? Maybe even laughing with someone else, the way he used to laugh with her when they were young and unencumbered? When was the last time she really laughed? How did she become this brittle, sad, too serious woman? How? You know how. It's hard to find joy when you've lost everyone who ever mattered. Not just Josh and Ben, but Mama and Daddy and Abuela. Everyone but Jazz. Despite having been born a mere week earlier than Gaby, Jazz has always done her best to bulldoze her like a bossy big sister. "Don't let her push you around, Gabriella," her grandmother would warn her. And when Ben came along, he said the same thing. Neither of them seemed to grasp that Gaby only did what Gaby wanted to do. Her relationship with her cousin was complicated, but she'd inherited her share of fiery Latin temper. Hers just tended to simmer long after the rest of the family would have boiled over. But when she did explode, look out. "Es como un volcán en erupción," Abuela would say, colorfully comparing her to an erupting volcano. Now, Abuela is long dead, and Ben is long gone. Only Jazz is still there for her. For all her cousin's faults, Gaby truly loves her and would do anything for her, including joining the dating website that has now brought her ex-husband back again. She stared at Ben's photos for a long time before allowing herself to click past them and see what he'd written about himself. There was the usual biographical information: age, location, occupation, marital status, divorced. That gave her pause. Of course it's accurate. Her own profile says the same thing, but it's such an ugly word. She's still not used to it. The next item on the questionnaire, regarding children, hits her like a sucker punch. When she answered it on her own profile, she simply wrote none. She wasn't ready or willing to explain her wrenching loss to anyone. But Ben had written one, deceased. How could he put something so tragic, so private out there on the internet? And on a dating website? Was he looking for sympathy from women who read his profile? She felt sick. To think he'd accused her of dwelling on the tragedy, not being able to pick up the pieces and move on. Scanning the rest of his profile, the usual questions about hobbies and habits, likes and dislikes, she wondered how many women were doing the same thing, wondered how many were deciding Ben was Mr. Right, how many were feeling sorry for the man who had lost a child, how many were flirting with him in private messages right at that moment. She had to force herself to read the essay section headed